Hey guys, it's Kim from Honey Trail Farm. It's a beautiful late summer day. A little cold for my taste, but I'm not going to complain. I was out here earlier this morning. I was supposed to just be taking a walk. Well, I got a little sidetracked and look what I found. I was going on a walk this morning, my morning mental health walk, and I stumbled upon the biggest log of turkey tail mushrooms I've ever seen. Really, I probably have seen it before, but I've never really paid attention like I do now. So my eyes are open to seeing things. Plus, I kind of know a little bit more of what I'm looking for. But I'm equipped. I've got my chicken purse to put my findings in. I've got my new cow sweatshirt, my Halloween ghost cows. I've got my walking boots on, and I'm ready to find stuff. Do you want to come with me? Yes? Okay, let's go. I don't think that I've ever shown this in a video. If I have, sorry, you'll see it again. But this is actually our shooting range. The group of cowboys built this cute cabin. I need to spruce it up. The problem is there's 2 wasp nests, and that's why I got married, so that he can do that for me. But I'll show you guys in here. I have dreams of turning this into the cutest little off-grid cabin you've ever seen. Wouldn't that be fun? Anyway, the rest of the shooting range goes, it's like a little western town. And how fun would this be if you were a kid in the 90s, like I was, before technology ruined everything. But the reason I'm over here is that there's easy access into like off-trail woodsies and lots of fallen trees, which is the perfect place to find mushrooms. Most of the people that I know that are avid mushroom hunters in my area are only hunting for one mushroom. It's the morel, the king of the spring. I'm looking for all kinds. I'm looking for any and all. Any that pique my curiosity. I harvested tons and tons of turkey tail, which I'm excited to turn that into my own mushroom medicine. Turkey tail mushrooms are anti-inflammatory, immune stimulating, have very strong anti-cancer properties. Like there are numerous studies now. When you think you hear a deer, and it's probably just a squirrel. There have been multiple studies that prove the effects of turkey tail to the extent that they are prescribing them in some places with your anti-cancer treatments. So cool. It's also, if you ingest it orally, like in a pill form or powder, because it tastes awful, so you really just want to throw it down the hatch. There are probiotics that work with your gut bacteria as well. Isn't that cool? It's also brain stimulating. After 4 weeks of taking it consistently, there can be new synapses. I think that's the word. I'm trying to do this all from memory. But anyway, moral of the story is mushrooms are cool. And I'm looking for them. Many mushrooms fruit all season, but there are bigger flushes in the spring and in the fall just because it's a little easier. Mushrooms, in my experience, or the ones that I've found, don't typically like it to be super, super hot out. And so with this cool snap we're in, I'm looking for the fruit. So mushrooms live everywhere. Everywhere on the planet there are mushrooms. And they form what I like to call a mycelial network under the ground, or on top of the ground, or right under our feet, basically. And in this mycelial network, they're all just commingling under there. And when the conditions are right, the fruit of the mycelium are the mushrooms. And then they sprout up, and then they spread their seed, which is, they spread it in the form of spores that they release. So that's how they get their babies out into the world. But in my experience, the easiest way to find mushrooms, and there are plenty of mushrooms that don't need this to grow, but it's easy to start looking for them around dead wood. So you're going to want to look for fallen trees, downed logs, the bark that's fallen off. Let's see if we can find any. There's a dead tree here that's lost all of its bark. And so I've just started to pick it up, pieces, and you're looking for, see this white? And if you look, it's actually a really cool print. This is the mycelium. So it's coming up and eating on the dead wood. And when the conditions were right, if it wanted to, this would fruit into a mushroom. I thought I was going to be able to leave without you finding me because you're going to get covered in burrs, which you already are. I was walking and looked down because there's a big dead tree here. And I found these cool alien looking types. And I've got them in 3 different stages, so let's look. So first, it would grow like this. At first, I thought these were like acorns or something from a distance. There's this. Then it starts to split. And see the little inner guy inside? These look like little aliens. And then, look at this. These are called earth stars. I don't know the Latin name. I'm trying to get better at that, but I haven't learned it yet. But look, this is what contains all of the spores. Isn't that cool? I'm helping spread their seed. Cat. That is fun. If I would have known about these when I was a kid. Now these aren't really edible. They're not toxic. They're not going to hurt you, but they don't taste good. These are fun. Fun to play with and weird. Let's keep looking. Doesn't this kind of look otherworldly? Like I could have created so many forts in here as a child. I might still as a 32-year-old lady. Who says I can't have a fort? I want nothing more than to have a lair, you know? But I see some mushrooms over here. Let's go see what we got. Do you see what I see? This is what we're looking for. Turkey tail, correctly identified. I just think that it's so cool that God really gives us everything that we need right here. To heal ourselves, to feed ourselves, to build things. Woo, sorry, Mr. Spider. It's amazing. There's so much more where this came from. Here is an example of a trick. Okay, I came over here because out of my peripherals, I saw what looked to be turkey tail. Right? It's got the striping, it's the right shape, but when you turn it over, there's no white pores. This whole backside should be white with pores, and it's not. It's smooth, and you can kind of see the color from the front. So this is not the coveted turkey tail that we're after. this is a look-alike. But it's very easy to tell when they're not turkey tails because you're looking for that creamy white on the back. I was just fooled. I saw what looked to be this beautiful patch of turkey tail only to find out it's not turkey tail. Darn. Actually, but I think its cousin is right here. This is turkey tail. If you look really closely, there's tiny white dots, and these are the pores on the bottom. That's how the spores are released. This plant here is called the northern spice bush. It grows in the forest, and it's a bush because it's like it can grow like 8 to 15 feet tall. But the fun thing about it is when you crush the leaves, it smells heavenly. Almost a citronella smell, which I don't normally like, but kind of fruity at the same time. From what I've read and from my memory, Native Americans used to use this, the aerial parts, so the leaves, the berries, and the twigs, to make into a tea to help you like sweat out a fever, treat colds, and I think a blood purifier. Don't quote me on that though, because I'm not getting my phone out. But for just the scent alone, lovely. I can hear the four-wheeler, which means my husband's trying to find me. Let's see if he can find me. He no see me. Do you want to walk on the log with me? Yeah, we can dance like Dirty Dancing, like this. My lady? Oh. No, you're gonna pull me off.
125 pounds. Oh.
What are you doing? Come on. Come on, Hanky. Turkey tails are pretty dense, like they're not mushy like you would think that a mushroom would be. It's pretty tough, so you're not really gonna mess it up. Plus, I'm gonna dehydrate and powder a lot of this anyway, so it doesn't matter if I rip it. It's going in the pouch. While I wish I could stay out here and play in the woods all day, my motherly duties and wifely duties are calling because it's time for me to make dinner. I almost just put my face in a spider web. I'm gonna move it over there so that I don't accidentally get it in my hair. There is a spider in my hair, but at least I found it before it crawled up and on my face. So I think I'm gonna go back, have a good shake. I encourage you to go out there, even if you don't own a woods, go to your local park, look around, it's all around you. We just have to be willing to look and see with open eyes. Or eyes looking down for mushrooms. Thank you guys for walking around the woods with me today. Until next time.